So God bless them.
So we are super encouraged and really, really excited, really to have the backing of a powerful chief of police. I mean, there's so many cities out there that do not have this type of support and this type of encouragement. That the city of Phoenix, that the chief of police, that the organizations that have come before us tonight have given us to really make an impact. Because as we can see, our opinion does matter. And the suggestions that we've made in previous sessions have become, we'll go over amongst yourselves. And from there, we'll break out into groups. Okay, so question number one is, tell us about a time when you had a positive experience with a police officer. Okay, the reason we want to talk about that question is we want to start off just remembering that not all police officers have negative experiences. Now, yes, there are some situations that have happened, and we'll take complete ownership for those. But there are so many situations that we can all think of that have positive experiences as well. Now, we also have, that is an experience as well. Now, we also have, that is an example of an inclusion question. Now, we also have solution questions. An example of a solution question is, how can the community, and how can police facilitate positive interactions within the community? So we have 6 questions here. You'll go through 3 at a time within your groups. Solutions, and at the end, each table will present what they feel is the most powerful solution that their table has to offer. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Yeah. Each table will choose a representative to stand up and present one representative. So each one representative to present one solution per table that they feel is the most impactful solution that they have to offer as a group. Now, all of the solutions, so all 6 answers will be given to Chief Williams at the end of this meeting. So every single question is equally important, but for the sake of time, each table will present a unified solution that they feel is the best contribution that they have to then present to the body as a whole, so that we can all hear and leave this event thinking of the solution that was presented by the other tables, and really go forth and impact even the community solutions that we've come up with, so that we can make a difference as well as the police officers. Because as we change as a community, as the police officers change their culture, we change our culture together, we can be nothing but a better city. Okay. Any other questions? Awesome. So let's get started. What I would like everyone to do is, at each table there's a facilitator. If you're a facilitator of the table, can you just stand up? Okay, so I see, perfect. Sierra, can you go to that table and be the facilitator at this table right here? And it looks like everything. So if you are at a table and someone's not standing up as a facilitator, let's move to a table with a facilitator. But it looks like everyone has a facilitator, and we have someone coming over to that table now. So that's perfect. Yes, if that table can merge into this table, that'd be great. Or we can split into 2 because we have an additional facilitator. So Shannon, it's up to you how you want to split that up. Sierra's going to facilitate this table. So if you'd like to split that into 2, it'll be perfect. Okay. And yes, we'll send a facilitator to that table, or they can come over to yours. Thank you.
First question.
The exciting part about this is everything is about 35 minutes for these sessions. So we're going to take the first 2 and your facilitators will break up questions.
I'm not sure if that was all the speakers. I got here a little late. Started about 45 minutes ago. I tried to get here. Here, I'm gonna take my mic off and go roam around, talk to random people. Can you guys hear me? Give me a one. I'm not gonna be able to see your comments, but give me a one. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Okay, cool.
Where are you from?
Arizona United Youth.
Okay.
We're a growing news organization.
Awesome.
So,
Let me know if you want an interview or something.
okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe after everything.
Okay.
So that you can do whatever you
Yeah.
need to do.
Okay.
So, thank you. And what's your name?
Lawrence.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you, man? So I'm gonna walk around and talk to people, so I can't read the comments. Actually, I'm gonna take you guys with me. So it looks like most of the police left. Let me. Yeah, I thought so too. So I guess they're taking down ideas from the community. I hope someone brings up a civilian review board.
Nobody here. And of course I called him. I wouldn't let him in because I said you could be there for the murder. Was that the murder woman? And he no. The one that was good looking and all the women liked him and then they went Ted Bundy. And he said to me, who the hell is Ted Bundy? I said, but anyway, you can't come out, so you want to stay. So we finally
It's supposed to be like a community idea session.
don't talk, don't raise your hand, don't do anything. We do the talking, I'm a lawyer. Okay, actually, he didn't just send it. So, and it was very tense because they were making it. So, it's the first one that I thought I was going to get it. Okay, so I got to get it. And when she got a little closer, I said, great. Then I opened the door and went outside.
Try not to get into people's views if possible. I haven't met you yet, Transparency Project. Yeah. if they're smart, the police will allow the community to set up their own review board. Otherwise, there's going to be civil unrest. Oh, no. Yeah, it's funny how I got here and the police left. There's like no one here in the building and stuff. It's always funny that they leave. You're bad. Are you bad enough to get cuffs? I unlocked. Yeah, I got a invite to do an interview after this. So. There's ABC 15s here for sure, and then it looks like maybe another smaller media group. ABC 15 is actually doing some good work here. So there's ABC 15. They're actually starting to ask hard questions from the departments around here. So I do give them some credit for being mainstream news. I'm good, News Unlocked. How are you? I'll be back in Vegas before too long. You guys and us are probably going to be working together because the two areas, both Vegas, even though we have things that are unique to our areas, we both have kind of some of the same issues with mass police corruption. So I'll be back before too long. They must be sick. I haven't gotten cuffs yet, and the cops were just here, so I'm gonna go walk around randomly.
You know where the much went?
What?
So after Chief Justice spoke, they went over there and they have a
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's typical, right? So. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I came back and I was kind of going easy, but still landed in cuffs. But I want to work on some new projects that might actually change some laws so that less people get hung up So, yeah, nice to see you, Noli. But I'm gonna walk around and talk to people. So I got the mic. I just can't hear you guys. So no. Oh, Noli. Okay, cool. Never mind. Everyone's still going through their stuff. So you got ABC 15 here, which is kind of cool. So I can't stream on the Arizona United News channel yet. So I'm probably going to be creating a DLive or DTube account for Arizona United News, just so that we can stream. Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah, MCW was using it. But I'm gonna demonetize my channel here due to tax reasons. Treating you with cops who never came. Or threatening you with cops. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes it happens. My static video caught the whole rest, so, but we need new solutions for our market because situations arise out of nowhere. Like, I'm not gonna make a public comment on it yet because I haven't 100% figured it out yet, but it just happened in an instant and I was kind of caught up in the situation. I had to think, all that was on my toes. So, you can plan all you want, but when the time comes, you just gotta go by with what you got. Planning stuff doesn't usually work. Every situation's different. Street Labs. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. It's a nice dress. I like the color. I'm gonna go around them so that I'm not interfering. Even though they're script readers. I kind of wish I would have got part of this because it's my community, but it's kind of late now.
Say that again.
But at the end of the day, will the Phoenix police take this seriously?
I just realized where I was at. Talking about. Okay, are there any other things? Hey, yeah. Okay, hey, no, look here. I'm off the clock. This is my volunteer work. So that's the floor. Can you see? Can you see? Excessive force, racial profiling, abuse of power, discrimination, violence, anything else that applies. So what about, we're gonna play a little devil's advocate here. So when we talk about, this conduct, we're talking about adults on the street. We're also talking about in the church, where you have this conduct where things are overlooked, things like immorality, reprimands will occur for behaviors aren't consequences, right? So maybe administer, or administrative complacency, where nothing happens. Good old boys with the protection of each other.
Okay, thank you, News Unlocked.
I know, right? It's so hot.
So,
So administrative complacency.
hi.
And then protecting each other from bad behavior. Alright, so make sense? Alright, so solutions, we're gonna be trying to go like solutions. So I'm very solutions oriented, so I'm really gonna want you guys to see that. Because we know what the problems are. Right? That's just to get you warmed up. We know what the problems are. We deal with the problems day in and day out. I don't believe anybody should take on
Oh, hey.
wouldn't have a problem with having
I know that guy.
at some point in time just based off of news. So can I get the paper over so I can read it? Hallelujah. I'm getting my mouth over. No. How can the police facilitate positive interaction? And I'm sorry, I am so sorry. As a municipal investigator, I just say here, because children aren't going to know anger, brutality, stuff like that until we start talking about it in front of them. So why would I go to the game?
That was good.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good, man.
How can the police, they don't have to say anything, how can the police facilitate
Yeah, so that was ABC Cooking.
But how does that look? I get that. That's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is that they don't.
Who are you with?
How do we get to that point?
Who are you with?
Just Lawrence Photography. Hang on the outside.
Walking in the neighborhood with my camera, out of nowhere, this officer comes up to me and suspected so ended up myself being placed in so they finally let me go.
They don't even live in that community.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't necessarily agree because in the city of Chicago,
I couldn't find it.
I understand, but they don't have that requirement here, and it's not required to live within the city hall. And it should, to be able to run, to be able to run for office, you must live in that district, you must live in that city. In order to run for office, if you are going to so why is it not the same?
I'm all like, wait. So I went back.
So, that's something that really should
Because I knew he wasn't
not
going
just
to
because they don't, and not to protect, but just to say, if they don't live in the community that they please, why do they have to respect you? They're here.
Yeah,
They're not neighbors. No. That makes sense. Anything else? How else can, so I just I'm trying to get me to I can pull this city tape out of it. Not wedding certificate, just like that. I'm trying to see if this will fit.
yeah. I went up north for a couple months,
So in the community,
like Vegas.
so this is kind of I'm still more in the spring of that. If I don't fit for training, you still want it to be here. So I work full time. I'll put it in.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I was a little bit because it made me better fit and stuff. So how can they, what's the training and stuff?
Okay, let me move. Try not to get in anyone's way.
Right. So, Warren, can you remember your first name again? Warren. Warren Stewart. Thank you. You're the pastor here. Is your dad the head pastor? So you helped organize this event. Tell me about what's going on.
So I will get my interview when they're done.
And underneath that, you have our learning together, trauma informed care, with the
City's council member, Carlos Garcia, for the 8th District. Obviously, the police have kind of been against him, the police union at least. So,
The question is, yeah, well, he's banking on getting this report.
All right, everyone. Let's try to close out in the next 6 minutes if you can. See a lot of great progress. You guys are engaged. It's awesome.
How do you know so much? You're pretty polished.
Yeah, like he's so a regular person like this.
Like, dude, with the fan. He doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, more like one of these young cats. The guy next to him. No, the dude that has. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I can go ask him. What's his face? I know who he is. Okay. No, wait. We have to switch your number.
Best one that you want to offer.
Initially, you get a free vote. Okay? And at the top three, everybody gets one vote. RACHE. Alright, here we go. Officer Gabe Brady. Zach, nice to meet you.
hey Derek, this is a community meeting in Phoenix. Basically, they're coming up with ideas and solutions to solve the police problem here. So,
This is what I do. This is my full-time job. This is everything that I do. So
what's crazy is that the police have already left. So I don't know if that's permanent or if they're just. I wish it were just that easy. I hear you. Maybe nationally we should be like Idaho where we get rid of all the laws and start from scratch. No more bacon. Saying America needs to go on a diet. So this council member I already respect because he's actually sitting at a table talking to his community and engaging. He doesn't have to be here.
All right, everyone, if you could wrap up and choose your millennial representative to voice your solution, your number one impactful solution. So, yeah, your number one, what you feel is most impactful. If you didn't get finished, it's okay.
Yeah, everyone left.
If you have a Gen Z, you can choose your Gen Z voice as well. Since I get text messages being corrected about millennials and Gen Zs. So whoever is young, that is a good spokesperson.
There's a reason for that. Because it's not the most exciting. No one's getting abused here. There's no unlawful commands going. They're not trying to put people in jail, including the person filming it. So that's why it's probably not that boring. Or it's not that exciting and it's kind of boring to some people. And people have lives that they have to attend to. So, imagine if there weren't any cops, what would we do? Like, what would our channels be like? actually would be okay with it, I'd go do some other endeavors that I deeply care about. I'd probably try the wife and kids if I knew that CPS wouldn't just come and try to break down our door, or the city trying to steal my house because I didn't mow my lawn this week. So I'd be doing normal people stuff if there were no cops, no government. Yeah. So. And you're doing a great job out there in Minnesota. Thank you for what you're doing, bro. I don't have a whole lot of time, but once in a while I'll poke into your channel and watch your videos. So keep it up. Yeah, I try to spend at least 30 minutes a week just going through other people's channels, watching a video or two, and smashing that like button. Gain everyone who's monetized some earnings, and then those who aren't, just showing support. Some people are able to be monetized, but there's other barriers in the way, or they feel like so the Phoenix, that's your only council member that I see here. This person actually cares about your community because he doesn't have to be here. I believe he is the only council member here. So Sal can't even show up to city council, nor some of the others, Thelda, who basically, I think Social Security is not doing it enough for her. So that's why she is part of the council, so she can make those big bucks. Yeah, I'm monetized, but due to tax reasons, I can't collect any of the funds. And I don't have the time to go toe-to-toe with the IRS right now. I don't have the resources. Yeah. And I'm finding that legally it's better to not be monetized. Because if you're monetized, they see you as a corporation. And you have more power when you're not monetized to fight in court. So I'm going to try to get with Ken before he leaves. Okay, he's had it now. Do you mind if I have 2 minutes?
You want to do it outside?
Yeah, we'll do it outside. It's nice out right now.
It is. The
So,
whole day was nice.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I have Carlos Garcia here, and you are with Phoenix City Council.
Yes, I'm the City Phoenix Councilman for District 8.
Okay, and you got elected just recently?
Been in office for 2 months and delved right into with the policing issues that we're seeing here today.
Okay, what do you feel are the biggest issues, the maybe top three issues for the policing with the community?
I think there's an entire culture of not holding police accountable that we need to work on. I think there's a missing of community being involved in the solutions for the police department, both in incidents and other things that are happening. And so what we see here today is something important, that we're having a community come together and bring together solutions to this issue of policing.
Okay, obviously there was that incident with the Barbie doll that was really big. Some people, certain groups kind of like protested you on like being professional. What do you feel, I guess, what do you think is being professional for a council member?
What I think being professional for a council member is not the t-shirt or how you're dressing. What's being professional is acknowledging a family that just went to a traumatic experience that happened at the hands of this police department. And so I think I'm proud of what I do. I'm proud of the t-shirt that I wore to end police brutality, and anyone that's against ending police brutality, probably his opinion shouldn't really go into how we're going to find solutions for this.
Okay. I don't want to take too much more of your time, but I'll probably reach out to you. And so, thank you for your time. And hopefully, as a community, we can kind of see change because our organization's relatively new. We're probably well known because a lot of us are First Amendment auditors, cop watchers. What do you feel about people in their community filming the police and like what do you think should happen if like say someone is retaliated against for filming?
44 people were shot by this police department last year, and there wasn't enough attention brought to them. But it wasn't until a brave community member filmed the incident of this black family being traumatized by a police officer that we actually now are opening up a discussion of how to fix the entire police department. And so I think community members filming the police is a priority, especially at these times, and it's a way that we can actually see what's happening with behind closed doors. And so that coupled with now every officer having their own body cam with the community watching the police, we can hopefully get a clear picture of what's happening in these incidents. And I do think that the First Amendment needs to be protected. We need officers to be trained and understand that it is people's right to both get their information, their badge number, their name, and also be able to film them while they're policing our community.
Thank you very much. And so, you got the business card on?
Adriana has them, so let me
Okay.
get them- let me
Okay,
get them
cool.
from her and-
Thank you, bud.
All right. So over here at my lovely table, Road One, we've had some very interesting conversations, and it's really difficult to summarize like just one effective thing. And since we're Road One, guess what I'm going to do? Go against the grain. So one of the things that we talked about was having that police should live in the communities that they police. Because how can you be invested someplace where you don't live, you don't know the people, you aren't familiar with the areas, you're just there to collect a paycheck? That doesn't work. Training should occur externally to the police officers. Like you have HR, you have people that they go out and contract with and find to do trainings, and it's very biased, and it needs to be done by community members and partnerships. So like behavioral health organizations who have licensed social workers should be able to go and do various trainings for the police forces. for like mental health services and needs. Learning together in a community-based setting where people can learn together. I can go in with police officers and learn about trauma-informed care, be able to learn more about policing and mental health settings and spaces, substance abuse, or just cultural, I don't like the word competency, but or cultural biases. That's what we'll talk about, cultural biases. And transparent. I told you, Rogue One, I'm gonna do what I do, because you shouldn't put me on blast. So, transparency. Transparency on data and behaviors by police officers is very big in our group because you really don't know how many police officers do stops on African American males ages 16 to 24 or something like that. Have that kind of information. Local and national database that talks about and records excessive force use for individuals, officers, a community or citizens review board with actionable powers and with limited time restraints because you don't want the police unions is the word I was looking for. You don't want them to be able to come in and pay people, you know, dirty money, dirty politics type things. And then the final one, which was I was coerced is police carrying their own insurance. If the unions no longer exist and police officers have to carry their own insurance, then would they be as likely to pull the trigger on people? Rogue One is the best. You're welcome.
Thank you, Felicia White. All right, so this table right here we go. Please give us your name. Thank you for that. Most impactful, give us your name and your table.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Jamal Johnson. Your team also. So I came up with at our table that we put this morning was complete community hub reentry programs that include activities for daily living to include workforce. So like you find that people who go into jail, they come out and don't really know exactly where to go or what to do. So we think it would be beneficial to implement some type of system or program to help these inmates and come out of prison.
Thank you, team. Awesome. All right, who's next? Who's next? You go. Come on. What's your name, sis?
Hi, you guys. My name is Rayshana. Just been coming for a while, so I sat at my table and we decided on a couple things that we think would work. We actually agree with the Rogue One table that police really shouldn't be patrolling areas that they don't live in, because I think it separates the cultural differences a lot further, and it's a lot harder for them to understand how to approach those people. The second thing that we agreed on is that if the police are patrolling the areas that they live in, that they should be productive members of society in those communities, like participating in the listening sessions that we're having today and so forth for the future. Maybe there be one cop at each table without their uniforms, there to give, you know, their perceptions, their view. That way the community can develop empathy for them and they can develop empathy for us face to face.
Appreciate that. Was that your table? Oh, okay. Show the love, show the love. Tim? Oh, okay, got it. There we go.
What's going on, y'all? Good evening, that's to say, right? Good morning. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. All right, so one thing that we want to tackle, based on the question, on the solutions, question number 3, how can community and Phoenix Police Department partner in order to create lasting solutions for community safety? And one thing that we came up with was pretty much, we want to come up with something that can be measured. And when things aren't measured, they can be easily implemented because they'll become mandated. Something that can be measured. So we talked about internal practices. And within this internal practices, we need to continuously monitor officers for ongoing professional development. And within this, there needs to be something implemented, such as something that's measurable within the personal assessment for every 2 years of in-service. And all this can be implemented to some type of point system. And within this point system,
Yeah,
that
I
can
wonder what it
contribute
means to.
to officers getting points for this type of implementation. Of course, they can go for in-service development, such as cultural competency, good ethical practices, and then we can also institute within this type of point system for the police officers, if within their weekly shift, at least 2 hours of their weekly shift, they can go to some type of community event, or they even report to a store such as Fry's. They can report to the manager and say, hey, I'm here, I'm just going to walk around and be sociable. Be sociable around the communities or any type of event that may be occurring. And the reason why this is imperative,
Email me.
because psychologically, this gives the officers different type of insight
TBT.
on how they should vote with people.
I got
That's
an
very
idea.
important because some of these officers, they don't know how to deal with people that's different from them. But if they're in an environment in which they have an opportunity to even just be sociable with different types of people, that'll help with their psychological, just their psyche in general. That way they'll be able to better to just pretty much cope with when they are dealing with someone that they have to pull over, something of that nature. So this could be some type of point system within this point system to motivate them. They could potentially get some type of bonus if they agree to agree with this type of proposal. But it'll help them and motivate them to want to get some type of bonus or some extra cash at the end of the year or something like that. So it shouldn't always be motivating. So that's the thing we talk about. Some type of plan in which they can implement some type of 2-year in-service plan that will provide some type of development service, community service, and so forth.
That was awesome. I'm really excited as we're listening to these. Anyway, but
All right. We got 2 more.
First and foremost, I mean, I'm gonna say this one going last, probably, a lot of what you guys have already said, but, demonstrating accountability is a big one. The public needs to see, needs to know, have more information on officers who've been, found guilty of any sort of misconduct, so we know something's actually happened. There are rules in place, there are privacy concerns, all that stuff, but the public needs to see more of that so we understand that something's actually happened. Those in the know understand that there are processes, so review boards, unions, and all that stuff, but the general public doesn't. So most people assume that nothing's actually happened. And that's incorrect. Invest in the community. We need to get the police more involved with the community. So some people have already said this. One of our concerns is that one of our issues is that we don't even know all the events that are going on in our own communities. So how can we expect departments to know? So one actionable item I'd like to move forward with is finding a way to compile all the events we have going on in all of our communities so that we can share that information with each other, because I'd like to attend more something to get more involved, but also with the department. Because if we expect them to be, we can't expect them to be there if they don't actually know them. This is another one, sort of piggyback on that last one, and stuff everyone else already said, but mandating community outreach for every officer in their community. So, I don't know if mandate is wherever that's going to use, but officers need to get more involved in their communities. Whether it's, it can't just be that they're there on Thursday. It's much more beneficial to us and for them, again, engaging with us at the grocery store, or at the farmer's market, or at Little League games, or activities like that. Thank you.
One more, or two more. How many tables do we have, 6 or 7? 7, all right, Ms. Kelly.
Find me on
No,
Facebook,
no, no.
Alex Love.
No, you can come. How old are you, 10? No, just wait. If you look at our tables are called Kings and Queens, and the millennium left. So I was the next youngest person. So I decided to take that role. My name is Tim C, and just about everything that's already been said, so I guess I get a chance to say what I want to say. She said that, to be honest, I think this room should have 4,000 people.
Yes?
As Will turns, if we're going to make changes, the people that need to be in here are going to make the changes. So if that's the city manager, if that's the mayor, if that's Jerry, if that's community leaders, we all need to be here. When there's a session that's called, and if you're here, you need to be here because you can't make changes from the outside. Because once it leaves this room, and by the time it gets to the chain of people to make the changes, there is no solution. There is no solution. So when this comes about, we need to be here to make those changes. We need to be here. And I think you're next. Was that my young voice? It was. Was y'all in spades at that table? Probably was. Just playing with y'all.
There, Derek. Nice to see you.
Don't lash me.
You guys have a good one.
Jeremiah.
What's up?
Hi, so from
Only
our table,
12 right
call
now
it
because
our
it's
state,
boring.
our state is our table. So that's our claim to fame.
I remember you.
So our table came up with a couple of good ideas, and we, as a table, agreed to bring forward our #1 idea, which was to create a review board, which we call a citizen review board, to hold the police department accountable with a zero tolerance policy. And we think that calling a citizen review board would be important, not a civilian review board, because that seems to, create a division between the police force and the citizens, and one police force. And in a close second was another great idea I thought that our table liked, was to recruit more locally as well, because no one knows the community as well as people that live in that community. If policemen are from that community, we think that would really help to build some relations between the police force and the citizens of Phoenix. That's what we have.
All right, let's clap it up for everybody. Thank you so much. You guys did amazing tonight. Let me tell you what we're going moving forward before we dismiss. First of all of these suggestions are going to be formatted and they're going to go to Chief Williams. And in the next month or so, maybe let's just say a few months, we expect to see what you all contributed, implemented into the city. And let me tell you how effective this model is. Riel and I, as our consulting group, we designed this around solution-based and effective practices. So Portland and Missouri, if you want to share some more about that, that would be great.
Sure. I mean, this is a model that's been used in different cities since 2006. So this model has worked. It's been implemented in police forces all around the country to really bring change within the communities, especially from a diversity perspective. So a lot of other cities have had different issues regarding diversity, racial profiling, police brutality, police mistreatment. There's been a lot of other issues around the model like this and had significant results. So you can definitely look it up online, but the model that we're using is something that has been successful, and we're really excited to show it to the city of Phoenix as a community and see what we can do to make progress from a community standpoint into higher levels. What I would like to do, really, at this point, what I would like to do at this point is there's so many people here represent different organizations, and what I believe is that it's really important for us to know who is in the room so that we can support each other, right? So not everyone, if you don't want to participate, you don't have to, but if you represent an organization that makes change within the community, I would love for you to stand up and really just spend maybe 1 minute, right, 1 minute is 60 seconds, right, talking about what your organization does and how it can contribute. We also have someone who's running for city office, Tamika Wooten. You want to stand up? She is running for county attorney for Maricopa County. Now, why that's a big deal is she's the first African American to ever run, but she's also the first woman to run for this position. So if she does make it, when she makes it, right, with our support, she will be the first woman county attorney we've had in Maricopa County. And Maricopa County, I don't know if you know, but it's larger than 23 states, right? So that's a big span of massive land. So larger than 23 states. We are the fifth largest city in the country, Phoenix is. So it hosts one of the largest cities in the country.
And Maricopa County is the fastest growing county in the nation.
Right, with Levine being the largest community. Shout out to Lawrence Richmond, who's the president of the Levine Chamber of Commerce. But what I would love to do is hear what other people are doing within the community. So literally 60 seconds. I'm going to start with Tamika Wooten, and she'll tell you a little bit about the office that she's running for, and then I would love to hear from anybody else who wants to share how we can contribute to your organization as well. Please keep it at 60 seconds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make it 60 seconds. So as Brielle said, my name is Tamika Wooten. I have been an attorney here in the Valley for 25 years. As an attorney here in the Valley, I've had the pleasure of being a chief city prosecutor, a defense attorney, and a judge. And I know people are often saying, well, why would you want to be a county attorney? And I'm not sure that everyone actually knows what a county attorney is, so I'm going to just clarify that really quickly. The county attorney is the lead prosecutor in Maricopa County. So as the lead prosecutor, I would have the power to make change in policies, to review cases and make charging decisions and make sure that everyone is treated and reviewed similarly regardless of the color of their skin or the color of their uniform. So, and people often think that the judge has all the power, but it's not the judge, ladies and gentlemen, it's the prosecutor. It's the prosecutor that decides who's going to be prosecuted and what they're going to be prosecuted for. So I want to make that change so that, number one, I can bridge the gap between and community, because as I said, I've been working as an attorney here for 25 years. I've developed relationships with law enforcement and with the community. I understand what we go through. So I want to be able to bridge that gap between law enforcement and community. I want to create programs, what they call workforce development, so when people are coming out of prison, they are able to come out with a driver's license or identification, housing, prescription, medication, so that they won't reoffend. Because if people don't have jobs, if they don't have identification, if they don't have homes, they're going to reoffend. And then the last one is to have mental health training and substance abuse training, because I see it every day where people have substance abuse training, or substance abuse issues rather, and they are put in prison for multiple years, so that's got to stop. So I would hope that you all will vote for me. Primary is going to be in August, and then we can make change together. Thank you.
A little bird just told me while she was talking that she is having a volunteer meeting on, I'm sorry, what was that, Sunday? Okay, on Sunday at, what time? At 2 o'clock. So if you do want to volunteer on her behalf, you guys can find out more information at the table by the codes. Over there. Okay, at the end. Or just come up to me, by then we'll have the information.
I'll definitely
and I'll be
try to
able
make it back.
direct
What's
you.
your name?
Other organizations.
Also Harry King. Okay.
Okay, perfect. She also has, I believe, petitions for her signatures. If you guys are interested in signing those, they'll be on the table. We would definitely give you back.
So my name is Felicia White.
She doesn't want the mic.
I don't. My name is Felicia White. I'm program director for Ebony House. We're a integrated behavioral health care system. We do physical health, we do substance abuse treatment, general mental health. We also connect people into the community to jobs so they can and have mind values. So we are very big on the holistic care. I'm goofy as you can see, but I am also about business. So as a behavioral health provider, a general mental health, substance abuse behavioral health provider, now physical health care. We're here to serve the community, and we do target African Americans in our services. We provide HIV testing, which don't be shy about that, Black people, especially some of us who are Jesus by Black folks. And we do case management for people who are HIV positive. And I do say that, and I say it with all sincerity, because Black people act like HIV does not impact our community, and we are the #1 impacted group with HIV, #1 diagnosed group with HIV. Black women and Black men, it does impact us. And so that's us. That's Ebony House. You can contact us. And we get free condoms.
Real quick, how can we contribute, or how can we help your organization as a community?
We always need stands to use volunteers. We can also stand to use donations, and this is always important because most of our funds are restricted, and we really need unrestricted funds to be able to do more community-based work that allows us to actively participate in services such as these type of opportunities, and to be able to further our reach out into the community and provide more housing that is needed for individuals who come out and who need to have mental health services.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah?
I just, before, I see some facilitators leaving. Can we just clap for the facilitators and thank them for facilitating? They go to sleep around 9 o'clock, so we just want to make sure y'all get home safely and get in bed. Okay. God bless y'all. Sleep well. Good night.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Penelope Liliana Garcia. I was invited by Maryland, Washington, D.C., Office of Juvenile Justice Division, Office of United States Attorney General, Workforce Navigation for Reentry, Office of State Superintendent of Education, College for Exploration for prisons, and I'll stop there and a few other things, but I'm very excited to see the same types of things that we're doing across the D.C. area, starting to begin here in our Midwest area, Hawaii, and Alabama, building Puerto Rico. So I'm very happy to be here, and I will lend whatever I can to this plan and this organization. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. We go to you, and I'm going to give you a mic, and we're just going to know that when one wraps, the next will come. I trust you.
My name's Alex Love, and I'm with a new media organization called Arizona United News. I've been doing Cop Watch for the last couple of years. I started doing it just out of random. I was a journalist up in Seattle, and I came down from Seattle in 2016 for the first time. Figured out I liked it down here. Then, like a crazy person, I decided to move here. Come back in 2017. I still travel a lot, but I'm starting to feel Phoenix as kind of a home. I've seen it through its struggles. I remember the first time I put a camera on a Phoenix police officer, I was blinded by spotlights because they were really camera phobic. We got to the point where most of the time when we go out now, we started working in groups because we realized that groups are a little bit safer than someone going out. I'll go out on my own, even to the west side, and I do regular journalism, but I still do a lot of the Cop Watch. Last week I was actually put up in cuffs while walking down the street. But if you have any issues in your community with police doing fishy things, feel free to email my channel, my YouTube channel, which is Phoenix Cop Watch. It's Phoenix Cop Watch at Arizona United News. Obviously, you can message the website. We're looking for journalists, community journalists right now. Eventually, we hope to monetize, but right now it's all independent, just work. And here's the second person. Sorry about going on.
Thank you so much. Who's next? Who's next?
Hi, my name again is Tim C. I run the organization for Arizona for the Prince Hall Mason organization, Eastern Stars, and the Knights of the Packers. I also teach business classes, 501c classes, and also if you need your rights restored, I'll take care of that too. I do all that for free. Anybody know what today's date is?
August 6th?
August 6th.
Okay.
August 6th, 1965. Voters' right was signed by then our 36th president, Lyndon B. Johnson, giving us the right to vote, lifting that poll tax and literacy test. 2020 election is coming up. 2020 election is coming up. July 2nd, 1964, Martin Luther King and then our 36th president, Lyndon B. Johnson, signed the Civil Rights Act. April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King was murdered at 39 years old, giving us that right to vote. So what I'm asking is everybody that don't register to vote, get out there and vote. We have blood on our hands. So I'm asking everybody to get out there and register to vote. That is your right.
And how can we help your organization? I mean, get out there and register to vote, but specifically your organization, as a community and people in here, how can we impact your organization?
Most what I've been doing is people that's been coming to get their rights restored, that have done their time.
So if you guys know people who have done their time and need their rights restored,
7 years.
right there.
What I found, most people that come to me have waited 18, 19, 20 years to get their rights restored. So if your rights are not restored, you're not able to vote. We all know that. You can't register to vote. So the reason is it's the price that they put on it for you to get your rights restored, $1,000. I'm over at 6035 South 24th Street. Come over there, you've done your time. If you haven't gotten any trouble, come over there, I get your rights restored, and I do all that for free.
That's amazing, guys.
Love it.
All right, let's all stand. We are done
Oh, wait, we have
for
one
the
more.
night.